Hey everyone, my name is Kumo and this is my reaction to the 11th episode of Houseki no Kuni or Land of the Lustrous. So, in the last episode, that was some of the best animation and cinematography we've gotten in the entire series. Like, you can tell the people animating this have gotten more experience and got a hold of things throughout the course of the series because there's been a noticeable improvement since episode 1. Not that it was ever really bad, mind you, you can see the progression is what I'm saying. But yeah, the last episode was very intense. It was a very cool episode for a lot of reasons. For one thing, we have a combination that we never would have imagined we'd get in the beginning of the series, Bort and Fos. Because Bort recognizes Fos as a lot of potential there to be a very valuable asset to the school, so she wants to make sure Fos lives up to that. So they partner together, which Diamond did give her consent to, but there's obviously a lot of emotions there in regards to that. Because obviously Bort is Diamond's partner. And speaking of Diamond, that wasn't her only role in the series. She also was put in a position where she had to put up a fight against their new opponent, Shiro, which I assume is his name since that was the episode title and there was no other indication of what that could refer to. But yes, Diamond had to basically fend for herself in a very horror movie-esque scenario. And she did put up a really good fight against that thing, considering how much trouble Bort and Fos are having with it. But obviously, if they couldn't deal with it, Diamond couldn't really either. But taking into consideration, she did do a lot. And hopefully, Bort is there, so I don't know. This is just a really bad situation. Hopefully, it gets better soon. So let's get into it. Let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Just the sound that she makes when she crashes, just... I really couldn't handle it if Diamond died. I know they technically can't die, but for all intents and purposes, getting captured by the Lunarians does equal death, so it's just easier to phrase it that way. You know, wasn't their whole strategy to wake up Sensei? Like, they rang the bell 6 times, which is essentially a hold position command. Unfortunately, a couple of the gems were still in the building, so hold position was a bad thing in that case. Because the assumption was everybody was out on Sensei nap time shift. But you had Alex, who was busy doing her reports on Lunarians. And of course Diamond, which was much more relevant. But yes, if Sensei can just, like, wake up and help, this will be resolved pretty quickly. Secrets. So I want to know if that title is going to give us a lot of information. Like, imply that we're going to get information. Because I know Sensei's probably been keeping some secrets himself. Considering how I reacted to Fos bringing up humans. And they just keep multiplying, don't they? I didn't notice before, but Alex almost has the same hair color as Fos. Yeah, smaller, but still dangerous. Man, that is such a convenient ability. Come on, Alex, help out. What? What's the issue here? Oh, okay, that's what this is about. I think you can make an exception here, though. Oh, is she gonna fight? Yeah, that was about my reaction. What? Yeah, that's an unexpected side of Alex-chan. Hey, Alex, here's some more. So maybe they did need Sensei's help, and yeah, I think she's spent. So they have a name for this phenomenon. And that resolves that question. Why she can't look at Lunarians. Are you kidding me? Are we still not done with this thing? I guess as long as it can't reform into its original, it's not that bad, but... What? I don't know what to say anymore. I guess he realized he was gonna lose and decides to get on the good side by acting cute. And he could not climb up that flat chest. Hey, Fos, what do we do now? Yeah, that's what they're counting on. A different tactic. This has been a very unexpected episode so far. And they're not gonna know what this thing is. It's also very dangerous. It almost killed Diamond. You know, nobody can call this show predictable. Like, nobody. That is not a very good way to pass the time. Yeah, basically the new mission, catch all of them. This is one of the most troublesome Lunarians they've run into. Getting a little bit tired there. I know they are. I want a nap first. Did it really reassemble itself? Oh my god, this thing is such a pain. Yes, we could use your help right about now. Or an hour ago. Yeah, you might want to move. Yeah, she's down. Wait, which one is that? Oh, Zircon. What's she gonna do? Actually, is it not? Okay, now I'm even more confused than I was before. And that's saying something. Oh no, it's Fos's, Fos's, I don't know what you'd call it. It's a decoy. It's like a cat toy almost. It's all fun and games until he gets it. Also similar to a cat. Come on, folks, we can't afford to lose any more of you. Here we go, Sensei, come on. Wow, he looks shocked. What? Apparently he was able to tame the beast. It's so weird. It looks so weird. He even knows it by name. Fose is still stuck in there. Nobody ever does. What's his name? It was kind of obvious before, but that kind of confirmed it. There we go. You're a pet, apparently, but trying to kill some students, you know. Yeah, now it's time for the repairs. I mean, you could have fooled me. The fact that you know his name is kind of a giveaway. You just woke up from your nap. Yeah, gems aren't used to fluffiness. It means he knows it, that's the thing. Yeah, you talk to slugs, I'm sure you can talk to him. I would get a little bit more distance than that. So does she understand it? It looks like she does. What would we do without you, Fos? No, I don't think so. Every time I see a character walking at night, I just expect them to run into Cinnabar. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of secrets to Sensei's backstory. And there's Cinnabar. That was really cute sound. That thing's really brave to be going near Cinnabar. Nice catch. So apparently did not gather all of them. You don't say. Well, the fact that they were bowing to him, you know. That is a big question. We already know that foes love Sensei. She said as much in that one episode. Are they taking a nap inside of him? Or on him? If only he was around during hibernation. Okay, speaking of going inside of him, he did. Man even plays the music. Well, she was the closest to Sensei, so I'm sure. She probably knew more than anyone else. But yeah, those gems are braver than I am, because I would not sleep near that thing. One thing is that pretty obvious is that Sensei lived with the Lunarians at some point, probably on the moon. Well, naturally. But there's still a lot of questions there. So I guess it was a short-lived pet. Though I still hold a bit of a grudge in that thing for beating up Diamond, to be honest. It kind of sounds like you're phoning it in. Like the truth about you. Okay, but are you gonna let yourself get captured? Because I would advise against that. What is she doing? You know, when we first had the whole incident with the... I don't remember her name, but the jellyfish woman, when she initially tried to steal away Phos and give her to the Lunarians. At that point, I thought the story was going in the direction of Phos would go on the moon and we learn more about the Lunarians and their way of life and everything. It seems like we might still get that just later on. Yeah, Cinnabar knows all about that. Okay, good. Oh yeah, I bet Diamond would have loved those. Even though he beat her up. Almost killed her. Alex. That is a name and a half right there. Am I supposed to know who that is? Because I remember most of the gems' names, but... I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. Oh, wow, that is good. It's like Swiss cheese, you weren't kidding. So she was carving those gems earlier to complete this gem. Ruby. I know Ruby was one of the ones that were captured by Lunarians before the series began. So this is probably a product who's been out for a while. You do have to remember these characters live for hundreds of years, so they can work on things for a while. Is that all hair? Oh, wow. Is she gonna open her eyes? Yes! We're actually gonna meet a new character. Is it gonna end? Yeah. I knew it'd end right there. So apparently she's the second strongest right behind Bortz, and almost as old as Yellow Diamond. So maybe she knows some things about Sensei. But yeah, significantly less action-packed than last episode, but, you know, that's fine. A lot of unexpected things happen in this episode. Like, if you had asked me what my expectations for this episode were, I would not have said that Shira would become a bunch of tiny little fluffy animal pets, or that he's apparently Sensei's pet, or that Alex can go into Red Alex and kill some people. In fact, Sensei waking up was about the only thing I really predicted here. Oh, is Cinema gonna be doing some fighting? So that was the 11th episode of Houseki no Kuni. And it was another really good episode. The whole deal with Shiro has been resolved in this episode. You know, of course, there didn't have to be a huge amount of fighting left because, for one thing, when he got them down to enough pieces, he just kind of became soft, cute, cuddly little puppies running around playing. A bit weird, I'll admit. I don't know, maybe just aggression just kind of dissipated as he broke it down into more pieces. I guess that's how it works. I don't know. But they had to hunt them all down and bring them back together. Of course, as I kind of suspected, he just reformed, which would have been a big problem if it wasn't for the fact that Sensei was awake, and turns out that Shiro was basically his pet, is the impression I got. I guess the Lunarians just kind of sent the pet back to him because, Shiro wanted to be with his master. But that does obviously open up a lot of questions. What exactly is Sensei? What is his affiliation with the Lunarians? At this point, I think it's pretty obvious that at some point he lived on the moon with the Lunarians, probably as a leader if the bowing was any indication. And then he just left at some points to Earth. Of course, that still leaves a lot of questions, like why did he leave? What is his purpose for anything he does? It was kind of said that the gems know a lot about Sensei and basically knows that he keeps a lot of secrets. Of course, Fos really wants to learn more, but she's a little apprehensive to actually ask questions to him. I would like to get some more answers, though. At some points, Alex actually was a bit of an MVP this episode because she went Red Alex mode, picked up that sword, and just wrecked that Lunarian. Of course, in the end, just it didn't really matter that much, but still, that was quite impressive, and we did get an answer about why Alex is not allowed to look at Lunarians. Though we can kind of squint at them when seeing them in their little unthreatening form. But we did get to see a new character this episode, who I'm going to refer to as Pad, because I can actually pronounce that. Apparently this character, she's a very old character. She's had fighting skill almost on par with Bort, and she was Rutiel's partner. So I think the implication there is that Rutiel used to fight, like everybody else, with a partner, and then Pad took a lot of damage, and then Rutiel dedicated herself to trying to heal Pad, and then just at some point kind of became the dedicated doctor of the group and didn't fight at all because she had no partner. I think that's what the implication there was supposed to be. And she did wake up at the end of the episode, so I am interested in learning more about her, what her personality is like, because they said she was quite knowledgeable and cool and whatnot, so they were definitely building her up a little bit. So something to look forward to. So let me know what you thought of the anime, which thought of my reaction in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.